Hey, Kerry here. I brought a cold home from Nashville. On the way home from Nashville, I heard an interview on NPR with two ladies who had written the book, The Ugly Truth, Sharia Frenkel and Cecilia King. And from what I gathered, it basically documents the issues that Facebook is having with the false news and hate speech, and it kind of evolved around the incident at the Capitol and Trump inciting people of this nature, and I thought, wow, Facebook just can't catch a break. They're getting beat up. Maybe I need to back off my holdings of Facebook and move that money somewhere else. And then I found this article this morning in the Wall Street Journal that you need to be aware of as an investor and possibly as a part-time employment opportunity for you. The headline says Facebook to pay content creators over $1 billion. That caught my eye. I'm a content creator for YouTube. So I want to speak to this subject from 2 points of view. One is as an opportunity for you to become a creator and what this might open up to you. And secondly, is this going to change Facebook in some way that you might want to invest some more in it? So that's what this video is going to be about. My take on this, I guess you'd say, evolvement of Facebook and the direction I think they're going to go and what I'm going to do about it. So I'll be right with you. Again, sorry for the cold.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, what Facebook has said is they are going to create a fund of $1 billion that they're going to pay out between now and the end of 22 to creators. That is to pay you and I if we create something that draws attention and creates engagement on their channel. So in essence, what I read that to mean is we're going to mimic what is happening on YouTube and what has more recently happened on TikTok. And Facebook is going to get into that market to the tone of $1 billion. Now, the $1 billion sounds like a lot of money, but you have to have some terms to make it relevant. And so I went and I looked up and I said, how much does YouTube pay out per year to its creators? And that's about $10 billion a year. Facebook says they're going to put out $1 billion over the next year. YouTube's paying $10 billion. So, but Facebook's just getting started. Well, what's the potential? So then I went and I looked up, well, what's the daily average usage per person per day for YouTube? They get roughly 122 million users per day. And again, 122 million users, and they pay out $10 billion a year in creator money. They actually make $34 billion on advertising revenues. So they make substantially more. They make 3 times as much as they pay out. So they pay us creators 33% of what they make. So let's then bring that into relationship with Facebook. Again, I said YouTube has an average daily users of 122 million. Facebook has 1.88 billion. That's more than 10 times the amount of average daily users. 122 million to 1.88 billion. Okay, and then Payout, Facebook has said they'll pay 1 billion and YouTube is paying 10 million. They're building this business. And so I said to myself, if I'm a creator and I were getting paid the same per view on Facebook and YouTube, and Facebook had 10 times the viewers than YouTube does, where do I think I'd make the most money? Or what actually I thought was, I wonder if I could do both. And then I wondered, what would the content look like on Facebook as opposed to what it looks like on YouTube? YouTube, when you want to find something, you search that channel, search for that channel, and you probably watch certain people on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever. On Facebook, on the other hand, it just kind of appears there. So on your timeline. Or would they have something similar to their stories where you actually, they presented to you under another icon those people that you have shown an interest in, and thus adapt the format that YouTube has. And I keep coming back to, if they've got 10 times the audience, am I going to get 10 times the revenue over there as I would with YouTube? I don't know. But I think what's important as an investor, and that's what we are here, that's what most of us are, we need to look at this and say, okay, what is the potential for Facebook to increase their profitability from an audience that they already have? So you think of it from this point of view. You've got a restaurant and you have traffic coming, and you make a lot of money off of that traffic, and now you have an opportunity to open a store right next to it that offers something a little different, but it adds additional revenue. They already have the audience. They already have 1.88 billion people coming per day, compared to 122 million on YouTube. I think this is a tremendous opportunity for me. They've even said that they are going to create a seed fund to offer current creators the opportunity to adapt their program. And it's going to be for by invitation only initially. So I suspect that people like Casey Neistat, who has, I think, now somewhere around 2.5 million subscribers, might get an email from Facebook and say, hey, Casey, would you be interested in coming over to Facebook and creating some content for us like you've been doing? And Casey only puts out, maybe one video a week? There's a number of them. In my space, would they go to Meet Kevin and Graham Steffens and say, hey, we have people over here who'd be interested in investing in real estate. Why don't you come over here and we'll give you some seed money to create a platform or a style that is unique to us, and give you that opportunity. So I look at it from, I'm probably not going to get a letter, but I am probably going to add to my holdings in Facebook. Again, I look at it and say, they have a tenfold audience over YouTube, and they've basically ignored this opportunity. TikTok, on the other hand, it has about 50 million daily users, and it is projected that it's going to create a fund of $1 billion a year for creators. You need to recognize what's happening. The world is saying, okay, we've had enough of Brad Pitt. We've had enough of your favorite movie star, Leonardo DiCaprio. He can't give us anything more. But Casey Neistat can, or Graham Steffens, or Meet Kevin, or maybe even Carrie Grinkmeyer. The world, look at your own viewing habits. How much time do you spend on TV anymore? And how much time in particular do you spend on network TV? How much time do you spend instead going and seeking what you want rather than what they want to present you? And what you want without commercials. And so you have come into control. So where I think this is going is that we, the public, are saying we don't want any of these bright, shiny, polished movie stars and even singers. We want somebody sitting in their basement or in their office, their studio, producing content that educates us as well as entertains us and presents us some value. So have you ever noticed that you can watch TV in the evening and get up the next morning, and if someone says, "What did you watch last night?" I don't know. But if you, on the other hand, sought out a YouTube channel and you learned something of value, something that could change your life, just like this. Could this change your life? Yeah. If you're retired or if you're an individual, you have a skill. I was just with Steve Farmer, one hell of a piano player, travels with a country music singer. He could create a sit-down piano ensemble, and you'd enjoy, and you'd get to know him, as opposed to watching something on TV and not remembering what you watched the next day. So, again, I'm adding to my Facebook. I think Facebook just opened another door of potential revenue because it recognized it has 1.88 billion people coming to its theater every day wanting content. It recognized that YouTube makes $34 billion a year off of this. I'm going to invest in Facebook, add to my holdings, because I, again, think they are in tune with what's happening. And that's what I think you should do, and that's what I try to do on this YouTube channel, is keep you aware of what changes are occurring. The world feeds on change. Again, just look back. E-commerce, the internet, change. If you get in front of it, you make money. If you come into it after the show has premiered and everybody knows about it, you wait in line and hope you get a ticket. Okay? Again, sorry for the cold, stuffed up nose. Nita said, "Do you think you're getting the virus?" No, it's all above my head, or above my neck. So I'll talk to you again tomorrow.